So at this point, I believe we're just... Oh, we have readies from both players.
Yes, indeed.
All right. So here's the last second round matchup of the silver bracket.
And we've got that 3-2-1 silver in chat. Looks like Betty's... Oh, no, it did start. Okay, I was afraid for a second there that Betty's timer didn't start. Looks like it did, as did Dawn's. And, well, a lot of just... I'm not sure what I think about these boards, Pack. What do you think?
Well, I'm looking at Dawn's board, and it looked like initially she wasn't quite getting the right pieces that she needed to start clearing things out cleanly, but it looks like she's quickly built herself a canyon in the middle of the board. She's really hung up on blue on the left-hand side. If she gets some blue help there, then she'll be golden.
Meanwhile, go ahead.
As far as Betty's board is concerned, it looks like she might be overthinking it just a little bit on the left-hand side. Looked like she was trying to build up some horizontals. If she can get a... excuse me. This is the pill she needs right here to start drilling through that right-hand side.
Absolutely. And while we've been talking about Betty, Dawn has been quietly just finishing up the rest of this. I think he'll be out fairly shortly here. It is going to depend a lot on some blue, though. He's really needing some blue at the moment, and looks like he's finally going to get some of that coming in.
Yeah, Dawn definitely does not need any red right now. It looks like John changed his mind on the
yellow. Because it would have reset the blue on that right side. I was kind of wondering why he'd done that, but sure enough, there it is, and he's out at a 146.
Meanwhile, on Betty's side, she's got a couple of more yellows to contend with.
Oh, looks like she's going to take that one horizontally and one more, and she's out at 2 minutes flat. So looking at Dawn, I know he's hoping for a double red to come up, and that's the one thing about this version of Dr. Mario. You can never count on that at all, and he's even to get it to kind of create that double red. It's going to take another double red. So we'll see how he decides to play that.
Oh, there's a double red.
There it is, at just the right time.
The thing about not depending on double pieces is that sometimes double pieces just come in surges regardless, and that's what really makes this game so tricky sometimes.
It really is. On Betty's side, we saw a really nice, I don't even know what to call it anymore. It's a really nice combo coming out that everything just kind of fell into place. I know sometimes when I create those hero combos, you end up with a little bit of garbage, but that one, everything just kind of fell right where we wanted it to.
It's really beautiful when it works out like that. A pretty decent amount of yellow to contend with on Dawn's side, but both players playing this level very, very clean.
Absolutely, and playing it pretty close on each other. About a 4-second difference in the timers according to just straight up time. Dawn out at about a 320. Betty waiting on one more blue and is going to be out at a 323. So about 3 seconds. Looks like they are really putting it to each other.
And a nice little drop into the horizontal there for Dawnvenure.
Betty nearly getting a short stack at the very beginning of her board. Always something nice to see, but didn't quite come up for her.
Dawn settles for the bracket clear there instead of having that extraneous hanging red bit. It looks like a lightning bolt setup.
Nice lightning bolt. On Betty's side, she's losing her access to blue and yellow to a lesser extent, so she's really having to be creative with her placements, and that's going to do it for yellow, blue, up, and she's found one more place to put them. So that's, that's one of those things you start seeing where different pieces are going to be necessary, and now we're not even talking about individual colors. It's how the combinations will show up. Being ready for everything.
Yeah, it looks like Betty might... Let's see if Betty is trying to set up the horizontal or if she's going to, okay, she's going to go underneath and get the blue.
Well, on Dawn's side, that is a heck of a combo he was working on, and almost everything cleared out of it. That was a bit scary there for a second. Looks like he's going to hang on, try to get that horizontal on those blues, and drop everything else down. And there it comes.
Good setup by Dawn.
We'll see. Oh, I know he'd love to get that yellow out of the way to work on a horizontal for that last blue, but don't know if he's going to be able to get it. And he decides
Well, it looks like he's
vertically.
probably just going to take him vertically and probably the smart thing to do.
Absolutely. It's one of the worst things you can do here is start getting in your own head a little too much. I know that one from way too much personal experience, as they're out at roughly the same time.
Yeah. I mean, that kind of thing happens to the best of us, really. Nobody is immune to that problem.
Oh yeah. It's part of the game. It's so cerebral.
With some quick no drop clears from Betty, and she is taken a 3 virus lead.
And she also has the time advantage, so it's not a large lead, but it is at this point. This is a game of inches. They're going to take anything they can get.
Yeah. She decides to take the double clear.
Now Don has worked out most of his blue, and it's everything on the left side where he's really been focusing his attention. So now it's going to be a little bit of work. There's one extra blue that's popped up, but it's going to be a little bit extra work to get to his blues now. So that's something he's going to have to be thinking about.
Interesting play by Betty there to work out that triple horizontal clear. Everything is bunched up on the left and right hand sides. Columns 7 and 8 look to be the pain point right now.
She's gonna looks like take out
It looks like she's
red
playing the long
horizontally.
game there.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Like what I'm seeing here. Of course, putting that third blue on means that it would take a double yellow to play any further down the field until this red comes up. There it is. There's a nice, good long clear. She's going to take it out.
She's
Okay.
going to set up
Yeah.
the red vertical after the horizontal. That's
Just
what that
for a
was.
second there, scared me.
Yeah.
Dawn is also very close to the end of this level 9. It is, Betty is out
About
at
a 7:15.
7:15. Very nice. Dawn's not going to be too far behind. Missed that tuck. Still going to be able to get it. And 1.
Come on, Doc.
2,
Give her another red. There you go.
and 3. And Dawn is out of the 7:35. So GG's to both players. They're going to set up. Dawn is ready in the chat. I think we're waiting on a ready from Betty.
Betty up 1-0.
All right, and I'll be starting us up whenever we get the when we get the readies from Betty. Put that in the chat. All right, we've got a ready from both players. And it is going to be a 3, 2, 1, and silver. Probably shouldn't have done that on my phone. So looking on, we've got a interesting board for Dawn. Had a little bit of garbage and has managed to clear it off. Betty, pretty much the same, and gets an amazing sweet tea to start things off.
A lot of early red-blue for Dawn. It's really difficult to figure out what to do with at the start of his board, but he's doing a good job of making bracket clears and keeping everything neat and tidy.
Seeing the same thing, only in red and blue for Betty. who had a little bit of a misdrop just now, is really taking that versus training in to just turn it into some really nice combos. Betty's a versus player at heart, and seeing some of the things that she can do with a small misdrop, it's pretty amazing sometimes.
Yeah. I actually did play against Betty in qualifiers, and she actually did beat me in qualifiers.
There you have it. Can't get any better than taking on a multi-time world champion and taking some games off. As Betty's out at a 111, that is a blazing time.
A lot of double yellow to start this level for Betty.
Meanwhile, with Dawn, I think if he'll just get a blue and set it down, there it is. I'm going to say he'll get that horizontal on that red. Things aren't nearly as bleak as they looked, and he's out at a 142. Also a respectable time, but Betty just blazing through.
Sometimes that's just how it is. I mean, RNG is a fickle mistress. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're a better or worse player. You just did the best you could with what you had.
Absolutely true. And we're seeing RNG take
Nice L clear.
Take Don for a little bit of a trip, as he has ended up with an all blue top line for just a minute there. He's managed to clear it out, and now it's mostly red.
Yeah, in a blink of an eye, it becomes all red. But that'll clean out some red and give him some variety to work with once again. That might have been a misdrop, but he can easily recover from that just by... That works too. If he got some red, he could have cleared underneath as well.
Yeah, and I was wondering if that was what's the choice he was going to make, but I think not waiting around for it, probably just as good a play.
Yeah.
Thought he might have been looking for that as a horizontal, but the pills just didn't come in. Again, Dawn is finding the right... Oh, and there it is. There is the horizontal. Dawn's finding the right times to say, you know what? I don't want to try this. As Betty's out at 256.
That is really good.
So now Dawn's stuck with two reds. Oh, and is going to pull an L clear out of it, out at 315.
So 5 virus difference right now, which immediately becomes a 7 virus difference. Looks like Dawn flipped that pill the wrong way.
You hate to see it, but at least it's a red-yellow, which is one of, I think, the most common pills you're going to see. You're going to see in pretty much any game.
And a nice horizontal clear straightens out his board all over again.
Absolutely. And I think Betty's got some plans going. Yep, there's the horizontal, another horizontal to get rid of garbage. And, it's not the most efficient thing to do to get rid of that much garbage, but sometimes it's just the best thing to do to refresh and set your board up.
Yeah, you don't want to put yourself in a situation where you're overthinking things. Simplifying your board sometimes is a very good way to go, because hesitation can also cost you a lot of time if you're not careful.
Absolutely. That's one of the, you pick up mantras listening to and watching other players play. And the one I've picked up from Influx and listening to the Dr. Mario podcast, a little plug for that here, is make bad plays fast sometimes. If you've got to make a bad play, it's better to make it fast than to really hesitate and wait around for it and still make the bad play.
Yeah, I definitely subscribe to that train of thought myself.
Yeah, sometimes my issue is I just make bad plays regardless of how fast it is.
So but you still make them fast, so you got time to recover.
There's that. Betty pulling out just all the stops, 505 at the end of that one. Really, really nice end game on that last level.
We are in a dead heat pretty much. This is very, very close.
Yes, indeed. On working those fingers on that keyboard. I don't know how the keyboard players do it. I really don't. I know some of the best ones in the game still play with the keyboard, and I just can't imagine.
Well, it's it playing with the keyboard probably just takes a lot of practice for people who are so used to just having a controller in their hands.
Yeah, that's really the big difference that I've had is whenever I'm playing, I'm so used to playing with the key with the controller that the keyboard just doesn't feel right at all.
Yeah, I mean, I
Dawn with
used
some
to
nice.
yeah,
Oh, go ahead.
I used to play on emulators and I didn't have a controller to play with, so I kind of know what it's like. I just if given the choice, I would not do it again.
So Dawn took a really nice clear second ago to take the lead and has opened up now a 6, 7, 8 virus lead and counting. Betty's running into a little bit of issue with just a lot of garbage.
Yeah.
And I think this is going to be game 2 to Betty. To listen at me. Game 2 to Dawn.
Yeah.
Just a really clean board, doing a really good job of making things work. All he needs is a few more pieces.
Yeah. That's probably the announcer equivalent of flipping the pill the wrong way. It happens.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm still kind of hyped up from playing my match. I'm not sure I can think straight, much less talk. But here we go. 7-14. Dawn is out. Betty probably has something magical that she is working on, and I wonder if she's gonna continue with it or if she's gonna notice things. And there she goes. All
Yeah, it
right.
looks like she's going to go ahead and top out.
So good games to both players as we are now ready for a decider.
Looks like we'll be putting the brooms away again, guys.
Absolutely. And JB, let me know if you want to be the one to start this one, because we do have it ready from both players. All right, so it's going to get started by somebody who actually knows what he's doing and isn't trying to tap away on a phone. Betty, you want to reset your timer? All right, both players are set and ready. This is going to be a good one, folks. As the games are tied up 1-1, players have readies in the chat. As we have 3, 2, 1 silver in the chat, and here we go for the decider in this last of our round 1 matches.
Betty doing a little tucking to start her game off and trying to open up her board.
You know, I love a good tucking. I do like that both players have really good lot of color diversity on their boards. Betty is slowly getting rid of all of her yellow, but overall, it's just neither board looks like it was going to be really hateful, and that's something you like to see when we start a match.
So far, so good for both players. Both boards looked really balanced and very much open. A lot of open access to viruses, a lot of quick clears available to both players. This is a pretty smooth level 6 so far.
Absolutely. Betty perhaps with the slightest advantage, but this is by no means is it insurmountable or even all that large, as I think Dawn might have just taken the lead, depending on how the pills come up. Oh yeah, Betty's looking at a lot of blue on her board. That's going to slow her down just a touch.
Betty's going to fish for that horizontal, and she's going to get it and be out in a minute 30.
Wow, so both of our players out at a sub 130. Yes, sub 130 on the on this first level. That's something you like to see.
Yep. Betty going to set up that tee. Oh, this is going to be huge for Betty. As soon as she looks like she's not going to pull the trigger with the red blue.
Oh, it's getting
It's
scary up
getting a
there.
little dicey.
Oh dear. It looked for
She,
all the world like that was about to
you
be a
gotta
count
just take
out.
it at that point. And we're locked up. Oh,
Oh, I thought she
okay.
locked the game up
Woo!
completely.
Man, I saw that cascade coming down. I was like, I really hope the game doesn't freeze up.
And it almost did.
Yeah.
While Betty was setting up the hero combo of the tournament, I think Dawn has been just very cleanly taking it through.
Yeah.
He is, yep, just barely avoiding making a rough play, and that horizontal is going to come through. And he's down to just 2 pills or 2 viruses.
Yeah. Our silver bracket players so good they can break the game.
Indeed. Dawn out at a 245. Betty not going to be too far behind. She did have a little bit of, I say she had a little bit of garbage to clean up, but it looks like she's going to find a way around it.
Now there's just going to be a little bit of a. Okay, she's got the horizontal set up now.
Yep, doctor giving her everything she needs, but is it going to be enough as Dawn has opened up about a 5-6 virus lead?
Definitely not insurmountable at this point, and there's still half of the run to go.
Absolutely. And Dawn's board, it's so built up on the sides with nothing in the middle. Just 3 spires to deal with, pretty much. So the doctor making up for being kind to them at the very beginning of the match.
Yeah, now the pain begins. Apparently, it's Dr. Mario RNG. It's a fickle mistress.
This will only hurt a bit, the doctor says. Let's see if Dawn gets this horizontal. I think that's what he's going to be aiming for. But indeed, it has given Betty a chance to get caught up as they're in a relative heat, a dead heat at the moment.
It's about a 2 virus difference. So there's also about a 3-second difference between each player. So it is very much neck and neck, but a great L clear by Dawn.
And we're going to see Dawn out in just a second. I'm sure he would love to get that as a double, but, any port in a storm. Meanwhile, Betty is, thankfully needing more than one color.
Betty also needs some red help. Oh, I see what's going on there.
Yeah, that one scared me for just a second as well, but she has gotten it and is going to be minimizing her drop time. So Betty out at a 452 as we are in the home stretch of this last round, or the last, you know what I'm trying to say, the last level of this first round.
Yes. So this is it. About a 7 virus difference between each player.
Not for long as Betty knocks out yet another hero combo. Dawn
Let's see what
needs red.
Let's see if Dawn just takes the horizontal. Yep, he does.
As Betty's not really getting what she needs from the doctor either. There's a red that's going to help clean up some of this garbage.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't have a whole lot of use for blue right now until he manages to expose some, and which he can now do on the far right hand side, and taking a 10 virus lead now going to the final stretch here.
Yeah, those doubles were exactly what the doctor ordered, pardon the pun, as he's getting just the right pills. Boy, sometimes RNG takes, and sometimes it does give back.
Looks like he's going to set up the horizontal for the yellow to finish it off and drop the blue right in to end this run at a 620.
That's a great time.
Wow.
And Betty is not really going to be too far behind with just another great combo. Let's see if she decides. Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's see if she decides to try to set this up.
Yeah, she's got she's got those 2 layers of horizontals set up, and that's exactly what she needs right now to clear that.
I'm glad she gave that to us. A 647 as Betty throws it in.
I'm. Those are both PBs, by the way.
I am not surprised at all. That's what the silver bracket has been. It's just nothing but PBs all around. I love to see
That's
it.
those PB strats that we discussed 2 months ago.